Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode number 85. If this is your first time joining me, I am so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and quilting and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support, all of your wonderful comments you send my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you've had a great week since I saw you last Thursday. Today is Friday. I'm coming to you Friday, February the 10th, and I hope you've had a great week. It's been a beautiful week here in East Tennessee. We've had lots of sunshine, weather in the 50s. It's been a little breezy, a little windy, but that's okay. I'll take that over snow and rain and cloudy any day because the sun's been shining, the daffodils are blooming. I am so excited to see those first signs of spring. Matthew did inform me that he read one of the weather models that we are supposed to get snow this weekend. I told him if he thinks we're getting snow to go to the grocery store because I think it's been too warm for us to have any significant weather, but it's crazier things have happened here before. So hopefully that's where he is right now, is at the grocery store. But I hope you've had a great week. I've had a great stitchy week. I've had some great retreat registration planning prep work this week, and I've had some wonderful stitchy time this week that I want to share with you. So grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, grab your cross stitch, and let's jump right in. Registration for the Samplers Remembered retreat opens today at noon. I am recording right now. It's almost 3 o'clock. There's still spaces available. I'm going to put the link to the registration in the show notes below if you would like to register for this retreat. I made a separate Flosstube video with all of the information. It is Flosstube number 83. So I gave you the dates, the details, the price, the cost, the activities, all of those things. It is September 21st through the 24th in Franklin, Tennessee. So if you are interested in registering, I will link it below. The guest designer is Little Robin Designs. So it is going to be so much fun, and I just love Franklin, especially in the fall. I love it in the spring too, but I love it in the fall. A wonderful place to visit, lots of historic sites, lots of fun restaurants, lots of great shopping, and of course it's going to be a fabulous retreat. So if you're interested, feel free to send me some questions or watch that video. I will link it also at the end of this video, so if you have some questions about it, hopefully you'll find those answers in that video. But if you're interested, go ahead and register. We will have a wait list. If you think that it's full, don't worry, we will have a wait list. You never know, things happen and people do cancel. So that's going to be below. So in this episode, I'm going to go over some finishes that I have this week. I've had one new start and one finish. So one new start and, two new starts, but one was started and finished this week. I also have some whips to share with you and some giveaways. So no haul this week. I did not do any shopping. I've been really, really good the past few weeks. But I have some great information to share with you. Life updates have been pretty good. Gray is having a great start to her semester. She has an interview tomorrow. She is applying for a RA position in her dorm. She would love to be a residence assistant for her sophomore year. So tomorrow is her interview. So send her well wishes and have her in your thoughts and prayers, because she would love to be an RA in the dorm that she's in this year. So keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Tristan's doing great. He has applied for a job for this summer for Young Life Camp. He is going to be a part of the work crew. So he will be gone a whole month in the summer. So that's going to be odd for me, but he is so excited, and I'm excited to see him mature and grow and all those wonderful things. Matthew's birthday is February the 15th. Let's shout him out, tell him happy birthday. I'll do a video next week and we can all tell him happy birthday next week. But we are taking a trip next week for his birthday. He decided he wants to go to Las Vegas to celebrate his birthday. So we will be out of town for that. So I'll come to you early next week. So happy birthday early to him. And if you missed it this week on social media, Judy with JBW Designs had her birthday this week. So happy birthday, Judy. We love you. I hope you had a very special day celebrating with your family and your friends. And thank you so much for what you do for the cross stitch community and how you continue to inspire us and just make us all want to be a better person. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I can't wait to see you next month in Nashville. So speaking of Nashville, the Nashville Needlework Market is the first weekend in March. So if you hear a lot of people referencing Needlework Market coming up, what that means is that is an event where it's only open to store owners. So store owners go to Needlework Market to purchase the inventory for their store in one place. So it's a great weekend for them to go fill the orders, whether it is for patterns, for floss, for fabric, for notions, all those things. They do it all in one place, and it's in Franklin, Tennessee. So a lot of your local needlework stores and your online stores are currently taking orders from you. They're called pre-orders. So if you see any social media post about that, or if your local needlework store is mentioning that, how that is an advantage to you is if you sign up for a pre-order, then they will fill those pre-orders, and then your store will purchase additional orders or additional patterns for their shop inventory. But if you get on the pre-order list, then you are more likely to get that item in the event that it sells out. So if you see a pattern you want, pre-order it. Call your local needlework store, call your online store, place an order. They will take care of you. They'll make sure that you get what you need and what you want for the Spring in Nashville Needlework Market, which is coming up very, very soon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and check out Instagram and Facebook. Check some of the shop owners, check some of your favorite designers, and you will see either sneak peeks or images of what they are creating and designing for the upcoming Needlework Market. I will be attending again this year with Stitch Etc. Stitch Etc. is a local needlework store in Farmington, Missouri. I will be attending with Kim Gavlik, to not only assist her with purchasing items for her store, but also for retreat preparations. So I am excited to go again. It is so much fun to see the energy of Needlework Market, and I will make sure to take you all with me and post photos and take little videos so you all can see what it's about. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them or direct them to your shop. So, yay. All right, so let's go into my finish and my start that I had this week. I had 2 new starts this week, and one of them turned into a finish. So I had one little bitty start this week. I am thinking ahead for spring. Valentine's Day is Tuesday. I love Valentine's Day, but I didn't really stitch anything new for Valentine's Day this year, except for the alphabet hearts, which is a JBW Designs, and I started it last year. So I started looking ahead to spring, and I stitched this French Country Bunny by JBW Designs, and I love this pattern. She has so many cute spring bunny designs, and here's some other color options for the back and other finishing ideas. So I started this on, I believe it was Saturday. I finished it by Sunday night. So it is a very quick stitch. Here is my stitch. I stitched this on 32 count antique white linen. And I stitched it 2 strands of floss over 2, and I used the classic Colorworks Black Coffee. I decided that I wanted to stitch this rather than a pink or a green or a blue. I was really tempted to stitch him in blue, but I decided to do black because I'm going to finish him in a very special way using black and white fabric, and I just can't wait. I'm going to do a tutorial on how I'm going to finish him. So I'm waiting on a few supplies to come in, but look for that tutorial coming up soon. And I decided to stitch the French lapin, which is the French word for bunny, rabbit. And so I love this pattern. Can you see all the little bunny rabbits in there? I just love Judy's motifs. And there's a B for bunny. Little bow and a heart and his little nose. So cute. So I'm excited to get this finished. So I'm going to do two spring design finishes for you all coming up. This one, I'm going to finish it on a wooden board. So I'm going to do a tutorial on that. And I'm going to do a tutorial. I've never done this before, but I'm going to finish my Spring Frolic by Spring Frolic at Bunny Hill. I showed y'all this last week. I'm going to finish this in a stand-up pillow mount. So a stand-up drum pillow mount. I am going to finish the Spring Frolic at Bunny Hill. So I showed y'all this last week. So I'm going to do a tutorial for that as well. So that tutorial is probably going to be more like seeing how it's done for the first time for someone who's never done it before, just so you can see that, again, my philosophy is I would rather have a finished project than a perfect project. I just want to take that fear out of finishing your projects. I want you to see that mistakes will happen. Mistakes can be corrected. If they can't be corrected, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We can get through finishing our pieces. And so I'm going to come up with something different for this one. But I think it wants to be a stand-up piece. If that doesn't work, then I'll do a tutorial on how I decide to finish it. But I think I'm going to do the stand-up pillow. I think with that curved bottom, that's going to be a great finish for this. So look for those 2 tutorials. I don't know if I'll get them both done before I go out of town, but I'll definitely get the JBW design one done because that is what I'm familiar with doing, and I won't have to do a lot of prep work for that one. So that is my my new start and finish. And so now let's go into my whips. This will probably be a short video today because I don't have any haul. So, okay. So I worked on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 other projects this week. So the first one that I worked on is by Plum Street Samplers, and it's Soul Sisters. I love this pattern. This is Plum Street Samplers, Soul Sisters, and it says, "In friendship, let's join thine interest with mine." So I am stitching this on 37 count Russian tea cake legacy linen. And I am using all of the called for floss. I'm stitching at 1 strand of floss over 2. So since I saw y'all last time, I finished the roofs, the 2 roofs, and I filled in the sky, and I started on the windows. So I got quite a bit done on this one. So I love this pattern. I love the colors. I love the way it looks on this linen. And it's just so much fun to stitch. I just can't wait to get this one done. I am stitching this for a model stitch, for Stitch Etc. In Farmington, Missouri, for Kim to have on her walls in her store. So that is one of my whips. My other whip is a Stacy Nash design that came out this past winter, and it is called Deck the Coop Pin Keep. And here is the pattern. Deck the Coop Pin Keep. This is also a gift that I am stitching for a friend of mine. Well, of course it would be for a friend, right? But this is my progress. I have been working on the border, and I am using all of the called for floss. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. This is 36 count. Let's see, 36 count Winter Brew. And I love that border. That border is so pretty, and that pop of red, so nice. And the greens in this. So that was just one night of stitching on that one. I worked a little bit on the border. I hope to get a little bit more progress on this one this week. I'm using all the called for floss, which is all Weeks Dye Works. So let me show it to you. I am using all of the called for colors, and I'm stitching 1 strand of floss over 2. So pretty. I got this as a full kit from Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin. And then I worked a little bit on my sampler, floral motif sampler. So I have been stitching this one for a while, and I hope to really get this one done this year. But this is Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlet House. And I did not get a chance to iron this linen, but here's my progress. I am stitching this on 40 count mallow, and I'm using all the called for floss, and I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. But what I worked on this past week was this. I already had the basket stitched. One evening I just worked on the flowers, and it took me a while to get those flowers, just to get this part done. I'm not even finished with it, but that was one evening. It took a lot of concentration that night. I think the corner, where this motif falls on the pattern, it falls on 4 pages in the pattern. So I had to do a lot of cross-referencing just to make sure that I was not making any mistakes. But I just love this pattern. I love how the colors just really pop and stand out. I like how the 1 strand of floss over the 40 really just gives so much detail and color and life to each of the motifs. Super pretty. So that is the Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler, and this is where I was working. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's one of those that I can pick up, and in 1 or 2 nights I can do a couple of those motifs. So it is a lot of fun. Here are all the colors. These are all of the Gentle Arts colors. And there's also a DMC conversion on the pattern. So my last whip that I worked on this week was actually a new start. And if you all know me or have watched me for a while, you know that I have been talking about starting this pattern for quite some time. This is the Artful Offerings Americana Sailboat Sampler. I have nicknamed this sampler Pierre's Sailboat. And the reason why I did that is because I stitched last summer one of Artful Offerings patterns. It was the Seaside Sparrow. And we nicknamed him Pierre because he's this dapper little seaside sparrow with a beret, and I am stitching him a boat. I said that Pierre needs a little sailboat. So I started this one a couple of nights ago. And let me show it to you, because I have made pretty good progress for this to be a new start. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll give you all the details and all the information. But this is how far I've gotten. I started in the center of the pattern, and here we go. I am stitching this on 36 count Fox and Rabbit paper bark linen, 36 count. So it's a good neutral, not a lot of modeling, but just a little hint of modeling. But this is how far I got. I started in the center, so I did the black pole and started that half at the top of the boat. And then I started on this portion, and this is blue and white. I love these colors. That blue is the, I think it's Dungarees. That is the Gentle Arts Dungarees. I have not decided what shade of red I want yet, and I'll show y'all the reds. But here are all the colors that I know I'm using. These are all the Gentle Arts colors. Well, the red that the pattern calls for, and the red would be in this mast here, the red, and then in the red here. The reds it calls for, DMC 21 and DMC 22. Well, when you look at this on here, it looks a little coral to me. It looks a little too orange. So I'm wanting it to be more of a red. I'm going to reference the red that I used for Seaside Sparrow, but I'm really thinking I am going to probably do Turkish red and Hollyberry red for the two different shades. The Turkish red being the red that I will use here. And then here, down in the little banner or the bunting here and up here, it's two shades of red. So I think I'm going to do these two together. But I'm going to play around with it a little bit more and get back with y'all next week on what colors I decide. But I am happy with all the other colors. So this is my start. This was 2 nights of stitching. I just couldn't put it down. I stayed up late last night stitching a little bit more. I went ahead and already filled in all the little dots on that side of the mast. So all I have to do is fill in the blue. Super easy stitching. I love that kind of stitching. So that is my start on Pierre's Sailboat, which is Artful Offerings Americana Sailboat Sampler. So cute. I love that pattern. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. She has directions on how to finish it into a big pillow. I'm probably going to frame it. Not sure yet. But here it is one last time. Americana Sailboat Sampler. I hope you, if you're one of joining me, gather all your materials. I'll probably be stitching on this throughout the spring. Hopefully have it done by the summertime. So I would love it if you joined me. It's so much fun. I just love Artful Offerings patterns. So those are all of my whips. I hope you all got some wonderful stitchy time in this week. I just love this time of year where I feel like I have a new just charge, I'm re-energized, that first sign of spring coming in, all these great ideas and things that I want to do, seeing all the sneak peeks for market, it just gets me super excited. So lots of great whips going on. So let's go over the giveaways that I have from last week. So last week I asked you all to share with me your favorite springtime flower. That was so much fun to read and to hear all of your favorite spring flowers. So here are the winners from last week. If you would like to enter to win one of my giveaways, here's what you do. Subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. That way, if I post these tutorials coming up, it's not going to happen on my regular Thursday or Friday videos. You will get notifications of when I upload a new video. So subscribe and ring the bell. Then you won't miss anything. Like the video and leave a comment below. The comment below is either answering my question that I'm about to ask or leaving me a comment letting me know what number you would like to be entered to win. If I call your name that you won one of the prizes, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Tell me your name, tell me your address, and tell me what item you won, and I will get it in the mail to you just as soon as I can. Do not enter the giveaway via Instagram, Facebook Messenger, or email. The only way to enter one of the giveaways is in the comments below. In the comments below, YouTube video, this video. So that is all the information. If you have any questions, email me. I'll be happy to answer those for you. So here we go. Okay, the winners from last week. The first item that I had were these 3 packets of floss bitties from the Fat Quarter Shop. This goes to Carol Kistler, K-I-S-T-L-E-R, Carol Kistler. Number 2 is a quilt pattern. This goes to Heather Ellis, E-L-L-I-S, Heather Ellis. Number 3 is a cross stitch pattern, My Happy Place. This goes to Shirley Anderson, Shirley Anderson. Number 4 is another quilt pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. This goes to Maureen Gigler, G-I-G-L-E-R, Maureen Gigler. Number 5 is a cross stitch pattern from Priscilla, Stitching with the Housewife. Be Mine. This is the Valentine's Day pattern. This goes to Wendy Lubin, L-U-B-I-N, Wendy Lubin. The next is number 6, excuse me. This is a Jeanette Douglas pattern. This goes to Karen Price, Karen Price. And number 7, another Jeanette Douglas pattern. This goes to Ina Ratcliffe, Ina Ratliff, R-A-T-L-I-F-F, Ina, I-N-A. Email me, let me know what you want. I'll get it in the mail to you. Okay, so I have another stack of giveaways for you. All of these are from the Fat Quarter Shop. They sent me a box of things to use as giveaways this week, and I really do appreciate it. I have 2 of everything. So I believe there are six items, so 12 winners for next week. And I just love Fat Quarter Shop when they do that, because not only is it very generous, but it gives you all an idea of the new and exciting things that they have on their website right now that you can purchase, things that you can work ahead for either next Christmas or current items that you can use for this season. They're just very generous. Thank you so much, Kimberly and team. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so here is what we have for giveaways this week. The question that I would like for you to answer below is, what do we want to answer? What do we want to talk about? What are some of the patterns that you are the most excited about this year for market? I am super excited to see all of the little Robin designs, patterns. Robin is so talented. Still super excited that she's our guest designer at the retreat. Can't wait to see her patterns that she has coming out for market. And Brenda Gervais always has beautiful releases for Needlework Market. So I'm excited about those 2 designers and what they have coming up this season. So many talented designers. There's just too many to list. But what's something that you're excited about being released this year? Okay, or this season. All right, number 1. This is 3 items for number 1, but 2 of you will win. Okay, the first one is this Prim Village enamel keychain charm. I'm going to list all these below if you'd like to go on Fat Quarter Shop's website and see them in more detail. This is a Bee in My Bonnet pink enamel needle minder, and it's a pink bumblebee. So cute. I just love these big needle minders. These are great for not only holding your needles, but I use mine on my big floor lamp, and it also holds your scissors. So it's strong enough to hold your scissors. This is Gingham Love Thread Bling by Lori Holt. So it's a floss ring. So these 3 make up number 1. You have a keychain, a needle minder, and a floss ring. So I have 2 sets of those. So that's number 1. Number 1. Number 2, trying to keep all those together. Number 2 is 2 opportunities to win. This is designed by Lori Holt. This is Chicken Club Cornelius. This is a cross stitch pattern, and it is adorable. It is stitched all in DMC, so you have your choice of DMC floss that you can kit your own. But it has all the different thread counts. If you stitch this on 10 count Aida, you're going to have about a 6x8 design. If you stitch it on 14 count, it's going to be about 4x6, and so on. So very cute. This is Chicken Club Cornelius by Lori Holt. That's number 2. Number 3 is part of the Stitch Quarterly series, 2 of these as well. This is called Lady Claws. It is also a cross stitch pattern. And look at her, look how cute she is. She's winking. So this is number 3. 2 of you will win this pattern. Number 4, it's a cross stitch design by It's So Emma. It's the Stackables January. It's a cute January design, very winter, a great winter scene. 2 of you will win that. Number 5, also by It's So Emma, Be Mine. This is a adorable Valentine's Day pattern. It says Be Mine. It's a great stand-up sign. Very sweet. That's number 5. And number 6, this is one of my favorites. They had this at Christmas. Now they've made one for Valentine's Day. 12 ornament sizes. It includes 12 designs. It's the Sweetheart Ornaments. Sweetheart Ornaments. And these are finished in those round tart tins. Sweetheart Ornaments, I have 2 of those. So 2 of you will win that as well. And that is number 6. So comment below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, list the number that you like to be entered to win, and we will draw those winners in my next video. So I hope you all will have a wonderful weekend, great weather. Hopefully nobody has horrible weather conditions that they're dealing with this weekend. If Matthew's right, we might get snow. I don't know. But I hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a lot of stitching time. If you have any questions about the Samplers Remembered Retreat and you're interested in registering, but you just have a few last minute questions, email me. My email is theproperstitcher@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Until then, I will see y'all over the next few days. I'll be doing some tutorials, and then I'll come to you next week with my regular Flosstube. So have a great weekend, and thank you so much for joining me today.